Hey guys, this is our demo for the DevOps Milestone 3. The team members are Anand and Shrey. For this project, we have used GitHub and Jenkins as our build server. All our code is on GitHub and it is a Node.js application. Whenever any changes are made to the GitHub repository, it goes to Jenkins via webhook and it triggers a remote build. We have added a webhook on GitHub where this is the IP of our DigitalOcean droplet where our Jenkins is located at. If the build passes, then it goes to a master server which is hosted on another DigitalOcean droplet which has been created by branch functions. So the first task is trigger a remote deployment. So let us make a small change to the readme file on GitHub and see if a Jenkins build has been triggered or not. So let us go to the readme of a branch. Now this is where Jenkins is located at. So as you can see, it has started building. We'll be back. It is building. It is still building. As you can see, we have made a curl request to uh, to another droplet, which is this is the IP of our master server, and as you can see, the post build task is success. So when it goes to this IP and creates, when it calls /deploy, it spins up a new app server via the master server. So let's move on to the next task. So let me show you the results of check style which we have used for analysis. So JSHint is a plugin that we have used. So when we call JSHint and the reporter as check style, it gives me the results in checkstyle result.xml. So after the build has been completed, you can see that for this particular build, checkstyle gives 16 warnings, and you can see more details of this from here. So missing semicolon in the app.js file. It will, as you can see, that this line is missing semicolon. Now, let me show you the results of the test. So we have used Jasmine for testing purposes. So Jasmine for Node.js is one of the famous methods for testing. So the main crux of this method is that the test files need to be in a folder called spec, and your test files also need to be ending in spec.js. So if we go here, we can see that it is calling Jasmine and it ran two tests and two tests passed successfully. So when we do npm test, it gives us the results in here. If you now let us go to the code of those files. You can see that this is testspec.js and this is app.js. So basically what we do is we pass the base URL and we fetch that this the test we test that when we go to this URL, it returns us a response code of 200, which means that the deployment actually worked. And then when we go to this website, it prints hello world, and so we check that it does contain hello world. So those are the steps for testing. Now, for the final part, I will also show that if we make a change to the canary branch, then Jenkins is able to detect that. So our code is in here. Let us go to the canary branch. Let me make a change here in the readme file. So once I make a change here, it should trigger a build in Jenkins. So let us change the job. So this is the canary. So it should start a new job here. So let me edit this file. So you can see that it started a new job. We have used the same webhooks for this linking our GitHub canary branch to Jenkins. This is where the configuration. All the rest of the items are the same for both the main branch and the canary branch.